This is 5.4 standard form. This is yet another way to write linear equations. And in this way, you have something times x plus something times y equals just a number. X always represents the input and y always represents the output and can be shown in an ordered pair. But the letters A, B, and C actually don't stand for anything. They don't represent slope. They don't represent the y-intercept. You would use this type of equation if the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate were kind of interchangeable and it didn't matter. Remember when we had the story problem about degrees Fahrenheit and degrees Celsius, and we said it didn't matter which one came first as the input or output? Those kinds of equations are perfect for standard form. You'll see later when we get into a story problem. Now, first thing you're going to end up doing in standard form is writing equivalent equations. It's almost exactly like writing equivalent fractions, where we multiply each side by whatever we want. And you can do multiply each side by 2, you can multiply by 3, you can multiply by 12, whatever you want. I'm going to multiply by 3 and show you what we get. If I multiply this side of the equation by 3 and this side of the equation by 3, I get 12x plus 6y equals 36. If you knew an input and output that worked in 4x plus 2y equals 12, the x-coordinates and y-coordinates in that equation would be the exact same ones in 12x plus 6y equals 36, because the equation is just tripled. All of the inputs and outputs would stay the exact same. So for example, like 4x plus 2y equals 12 could have an input of 2 for x and 2 for y, and it would make it equal to 12. 8 plus 4. Yeah, so I could have an ordered pair of 2, 2. The ordered pair of 2, 2 would work in this equation as well. 6 times 2. This is still going to give me an answer of 36. Yep, 24 plus 12. The exact same ordered pairs that work in the first equation will work in this one, so long as you multiply everything by that same coefficient. You will not have to do any of this in your homework. I just thought it'd be a good way to see how this works. Now remember, multiplying doesn't always mean what you think it does. Do you notice that 4x plus 2y equals 12 are all even and can all be divided by 2? You can actually do that as well, and you would get, you get 2x plus y equals 6. You're actually still multiplying, but this time by 1/2. Now remember that ordered pair 2, 2 we found to work before? It's going to work in here too. I plugged in 2 for the x and 2 for the y, and I'm still going to get an equation that works. Now again, you don't have to do this. I'm just showing you how this works out. I am going to skip the checkpoints on your notes because obviously you don't need them. Here's where things get interesting, and that's writing equations in standard form, because you can't actually write equations in standard form from a graph or from ordered pairs because they don't have slope, they don't have y-intercept. So what we need to do first is put them in a form that I would be able to use this information. So if I put it in point slope form first, then I can rearrange it to be in standard form. And to do that, I need to calculate slope. 5, 6, 7, 8, down 8, and over 4. That means my slope is -2. So I already know my point slope form, and I'm going to use this positive point of y minus 4 equals -2 times x minus 2. I have an equation in a form right now. I have it in point slope form, but for it to be in standard form, I need the x and the y on the same side of the equation and the number on the other. So I need to kind of solve this so that I can do that. I'm going to do the distributing, and when I distribute -2 times that -2, I get +4. I need my x and y on the same side. So now I have 2x plus y minus 4, and that equals 4. But I need to get rid of that -4 so that I'm only left with the number times x plus a number times y equals a number, where a in this case is 2, b is 1, and C is 8. You can do it that way where you write it in point-slope form, but you guys also know slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. You can do that as well. You know the slope already. The slope is -2. So in this equation, we already know -2. And again, we would use one of our ordered pairs, and we have an ordered pair of 2, 4. So let's plug in 4 for my y and 2 for my x. And I need to finish this equation. So plus 4. So now I can write my equation in slope-intercept form. It would be y equals -2x plus 8. Here's my equation in slope-intercept form. To put it in standard form, I need to get the x and the y on the same side. Notice that you get the exact same answer. It doesn't matter what method you choose, you will get the exact same answer. So if you're looking at two ordered pairs, what we need to do is find the slope first. -4 minus -1, 2 minus 3. A slope of 3. Now it's your choice here. We can either go to, sorry, I'm just going to write the equations. You can go to slope-intercept form, or you can go to point-slope form. Me, I prefer to do point-slope form, but if you like slope-intercept form better, you can do that. But I'm going to use one of my ordered pairs. Doesn't matter which one. The y-coordinate equals my slope times the x-coordinate, and now I need to figure out the rest of my equation for b. And b equals -10. That means my slope-intercept form is y equals 3x minus 10. So there's my slope-intercept form, and to put it in standard form, which is what they've asked for, standard form, I subtract 3x from both sides. -3x plus y equals -10. Sorry, that should be a -10. There's my equation in standard form. If you like that way, please do it. Do whatever way works best for you. I like point-slope form because I have less to solve. If I use the same point, and you don't have to, you can use whatever point you want, but I plugged in my slope and my ordered pair, 3, -1, and now I need to solve and get the x and the y on the same side. -3x plus y plus 1 equals -9. -3x plus y equals -10. Get the exact same answer. It sincerely does not matter which method you choose to do. I'm actually going to skip example 3 and do that in another video. And I'm going to go to example 4 and continue on with the standard form problems and show you how to do these. So the other part of your assignment will be to find the missing coefficient. That means find either missing A, B, or C from standard form. And in this example, they have a missing A. They've told you that B is 5 and C is -3. Well, remember, they're going to give you enough information. They didn't just give you that equation. They also gave you a point on the line, 2, 1. There is an example of an x and a y value. So let's plug in our values for x and y, and then we can solve for that variable a. Subtract 5 on both sides, and 2a equals -8. Divide by 2, and a equals -4. Now that we know that value, we can fill it into our equation. I'm just going to rewrite it. -4x, because that's what I multiply x by, is my a, plus 5y equals -3. You have found the missing coefficient. So checkpoint number 5, finding the missing coefficient. This time I'm looking for b, and they gave me the ordered pair -2, 2. So 6 times -2 plus b times 2 equals 4. And that means that b equals 8. So 6x plus 8y equals 4 would be my final answer. In a story problem, you are trying to actually write this in standard form, But you're going to notice that, remember, standard form is best when you can't tell the difference between the input and the output. Take a look at this story. T-shirts at a flea market cost $4.50 each, and shorts cost $6 each. Those are actually both slopes because it's $4.50 per shirt, $6 per shorts. So we actually have an equation already, because I would take $4.50 times my number of shirts, and I'm going to have my shirts be X, plus $6 times my number of shorts, and I'm going to have my shorts be Y. The problem is I don't know how much I can spend or how much it costs. What I'm missing right now is C. Let's read the rest of the information to see if I have enough to figure it out. They told me I have enough money, C. I have enough money to buy exactly 12 t-shirts and 9 pairs of shorts. There they gave me an ordered pair where my number of t-shirts is 12, my number of shorts is 9. So let's plug it in. Times 12, 6 times 9, and this gives me 54 plus 54. You have $108 to spend. So my equation, it doesn't matter which one is your X and your Y, so long as whatever number you have for t-shirts gets plugged into the 450 multiplied variable. Same thing for the shorts. It's times 6. There's your equation. You have $4.50 per t-shirt, $6 per shorts, and you have exactly $108 to spend. If you were to graph this, you can use any different method you want. Your equation again is 450x 108. Remember, they already gave you an ordered pair. So if you want to use ordered pairs and an input-output table, you can. Just kind of take your best guess. Well, let's try 10 shirts. That'd be $45. And that would leave me with $63 to spend, and that's not going to work out perfectly. So let's guess something else. Let's guess 8 shirts. Well, 450 times 8, I would get 9, 8, $36 spent on that. And that would leave me with $72 to spend on shorts. That means I can buy 12 pairs of shorts. I now have 2 ordered pairs that I can graph. And you can kind of just keep guessing. So if I go by 4s, it seems to go well for me. So let's do 450 times 4. And that's $18. And that leaves me with $90 to spend on shorts. That'll work. So 4 t-shirts would be 15 shorts. That's where I got my 15. I have 3 points I can plot, and now I can graph it. There's other ways to graph this as well. You could have put this in slope-intercept form and then found points. You can also use intercepts. If you plug in 0, that means you've bought 0 t-shirts and only shorts. That leaves you with 18 shorts. Or if you buy 0 shorts and all you have are shirts, that leaves you with 4.5x, and divide those and you get 24. So x would be 24 and y would be 0. You could plot those as well. However you decide to graph this is fine. You actually don't have a graph in your homework, but it's here for you to test out. And then I would just count 224. So I have my ordered pairs of 12, 9, which would be here, my ordered pair of 8, 12, my ordered pair of 4, 15, and then I even found the ordered pairs 0, 18, and 24, 0. Do you notice that they all make a beautiful, perfect line? Ta-da! And with a few seconds remaining, here is your homework for 5.4.